How we doing today? What do we got going on? How's that look? Seems like it might function. Get rid of the gum. Sometimes I chew it nervously. I don't know why it's always so grainy. How's that? Better? This is my options. Remember, I don't have a lot of them right now. We kind of do the very best we can with our current circumstances. Speaking of current circumstances, I can't do two things at once. Too good. Sometimes. All right, looks like everything's up and running mostly. I'm just trying to get through the day. The usual, right? Same as everyone else. Same as the people that are working here that are directing me, the ones in the office, the ones in production. All of you are very intricate wheels in the cog, right? Cogs of the mechanism, if you will. I'm just this one little piece, and I did my task, and now I have some downtime. So I needed to come on here because I haven't in a while. Because I don't know what to say anymore. I really don't. I'm distraught, and I'm very much preparing to throw in the towel, if you will. And that comes from just the difficulties that have been over the last couple years. I mean, we've all lived through it. I'm not saying that my situation is any less or more traumatic than anyone else's. I just recognize it. And I am not going to just allow it to continue without at least saying, hey, pump the brakes. That's some shit show. And we're not doing that. Now, who's really good at it and was getting up to a ton of subscribers and was just crushing it is Auditing Erie County. Way to go, Dan. I mean, honestly. But then did you see that he's being sentenced and got 45 days in whichever correctional facility they think they can probably essentially molest him in, if you will, I would say. Not physically always, but break you down, make you fall back in line in these molds that we're supposed to adhere to. He was getting, 50,000 followers and subscribers and doing an amazing job and coming to Livingston and Wyoming counties and fucking up their world and really exposing the shit show that we let go on when we pretend like we back these blue. Oh, and then all of a sudden the judge is a cunt. You really are. You're fucking tyrannical. All right. The one that I read, I can't even read much on it. I can't do it because it's so triggering to me that you think that taking a camera into a public fucking building is somehow against rights or is terrorist. Somehow you think we're terrorists. All right. And it's coming out that January 6th was a fuck up, that the FBI was involved, and that your fake little security guards were letting people in. And then you're going to make Dan do 45 days, allegedly, and then 2 years that you can't even walk onto police property. Police property. Is that the term they use? That's not your fucking property. That is the people's. You are there because we let you, because we pay you. All right, let's go back to New York State. See through New York. Amazing. How do I do a different... I don't know. There's a way to go back to a different screen and show you what I'm looking at. Don't know how to do that, though. We'll definitely have to try and figure all that jazz out. What's this guy do? Anyways, it's See Through New York. I think it's .org or something like that. I'll double check here. Do you see it when I do that, or do I just go disappear-y? Oh, .net, excuse me. Where'd you go? And why? And this is just for me anyways, for the most part. It's just a log. It is, captain's log situation. What the fuck are we doing? I can't even comprehend that he got 45 days for just going into the Capitol. And then I start watching your comments on it and I go, shit, I was there once too. I would have been right alongside you going, Dan, you shouldn't have. Somebody told us that we shouldn't. And this you can't do. And there's somebody else's made up law, code, statute, rule, or ordinance from our own employees, right? Congress is our employees. They forgot and they pretended, make it be the gardener. The gardener just told you to take the shoes off in your own house. Dude, you don't tell me what to do when I fucking pay you. We pay them. So seeing the level of indoctrination, it makes me a little sad. It makes me recognize that I was there once too. I was just as bootlicky as as they come. Not necessarily because I believed in it, but because I never did an ounce of research. I never looked into a single thing. Never, what is New York State penal law, blah, blah, 117B, which I allegedly, didn't stop. But how is not doing something, this new crime alleged? Well, it's not a crime. We know that, but same for Dan. He just walked in the building and somehow this is his problem and his fault. And everybody's like, shouldn't have done that. Somebody else said that I shouldn't have. Oh, for fuck's sake. We are in such trouble. Such trouble. I don't usually have a defeatist mentality, but seeing the comments on there, seeing that you just get, railroaded by these fuck sticks, it's county, it's up to state, and the federal is going to have your back. Same as what I'm going through with the school. You motherfucker, Dan, or who's he? David, told Philip, and now it's up and they're whining to Nicole, and she's like, oh no, they're completely right. Everybody gets paid $144,000. Again, you're employees, and you're pretending like you can tell me what to do. It's mind-boggling. It really is. So heaven forbid you have a YouTube channel that gets hits, and subscribers. Well, that means you're a target now all of a sudden too. Fuck. Well, good. I must be still under the radar enough. But no, that can change. I'll put on some lingerie and then force everyone to watch, because that's all we care about in fucking society is straight sex and money for some reason. And that's what it all comes down to. Well, guess what? Your freedoms are being eroded if we even ever had them. And nobody gives a fuck. And these tyrannical shits are getting paid by us to railroad us. That kind of bothers me at this point. So I need to refocus. I definitely got off track because he's so cute. So cute. But that's not going to help my potential great grandkids if I even am allowed to have them, right? Are they even going to be able to have your own offspring, or is it going to be Glenn Beck's Agenda 21? That was a really good book to read fucking in the start of COVID. And we did. We've all lived through COVID, and you're gonna keep pretending that that's true? I brushed my teeth up and down the East Coast, and holy shit, believe it or not, nobody's gotten sick. Unreal, huh? Every truck stop going should have already had a breakout zombie apocalypse, but nope, here I am, still fairly healthy. Oh my God. I can't stand it. I cannot stand it. And I will probably just slink away at this point. It really seems irrelevant. I know James Kelly's working awfully hard at getting cameras in the court, and that will make a huge difference, but to who? To who? When? Is it going to be far too fucking late for him? Probably, because he's already been alienated from his children. It's going to be too far away, too late for me? Probably, because come November, it would be unusual to have all that done already. And they're just going to do what the fuck ever they want to. But at least I'm insisting on a trial by jury. Instead of these cocksuckers working together, the assistant district attorney McStuffin's there, and Dan Koch thinks that he's okay to go ahead and tell the defendant, yeah, go ahead and take what McStuffins offers you. Dude, that's practicing law from the bench, and you need to be an impartial motherfucker to this proceeding. And you're not, so now I need to recuse you. You won't, but that's okay. At least it's all on the record. Or just start doing your job like you're supposed to. That'd be great. Stop being a tyrannical piece of shit. That'd be great. This should have been dismissed. Even better, this shouldn't even have happened. Cheyenne should not even been sitting where she was sitting, literally extorting the people. And sis, I clearly drive. I know what the fuck I'm doing. I do. I'm gonna come at you with that. I'm gonna come at you with every piece of information I have learned over 5 years, and I'm gonna bury you. Okay? Figuratively. I'm not violent. I'm gonna bury you. So that's where we got to. I don't know what to do. I'm just besides myself with this latest info. So get on his channel. I don't know if I can clicky and make it be in here too. Support him. This is shit. If you are the ones that are going, oh, you shouldn't have been in the Capitol. No. Jeez. Fuck. I don't even know what to say to that. I mean, the people that shouldn't be in the Capitol are these ones that are railroading you. The people that shouldn't be in the Capitol are these motherfuckers that are sending our money to Ukraine, and it's money laundering, and we're not smart enough to see it. There's the wide open borders where there's human trafficking, and your elected officials are supposed to be your fiduciaries. They've been doing a good job at that. None of mine have. Dude, I just want to be left alone, and you can't seem to even fuck. You can't even do that for me. Facilitate that when I'm the beneficiary, and you get paid just because I let you. $144,000. Yeah, I'm probably poised to make that this year, but I'm doing a lot more fucking work than pushing paper. That's for damn sure. And it's not coming from the public sector, it's coming from the private sector. So I hope we figure this out because it sucks right now. It sucks. This is as close to giving up as I have been on my journey. Because if it happens to him, it can happen to any of us, right? And we saw just so many amazing dads that are just being hounded. I don't know. I don't know what the answer is. The Valva cases today, maybe that's some of it. Maybe that is just why my heart's so heavy. Tommy doesn't get to come back from this. No matter what the outcome is, he's already dead. He's already passed away. He's already been murdered. And no one cared to help him. And no one cares to help him still because it is going to freaking rock New York. It will send shockwaves through the entire state, probably through the nation, and possibly around the world to find out that there is this level of human trafficking in each county, but certainly New York State, New York City. So what do we do? I don't know what else to do. No one seems to give a fuck enough. And once you start to, you're chopped the fuck down, I don't know. So thanks. Thank you. I appreciate that. Sometimes that's all I need is just a tiny little reminder of who we're doing this for, to get my head together, because I just sent a scathing email already. I got to put another one together. Put a remonstrance together for the 1,000th time. They do work. I've seen it, but not in my time frame that was beneficial to me. But hopefully it's beneficial to these grandkids that we're going to have, right? Great grands. Did you see Elon Musk? And just because that is who it was, I don't really necessarily trust him either. I don't trust Trump. I don't trust any of you that are put on this pedestal, because you're there for a reason, and it's generally controlled opposition. But the fact that he was discussing specifically that we are underpopulated was really eye-opening. What a unique counter narrative, that we're underpopulated, as opposed to what all we've ever been hearing is that we have too many people on this planet. Holy shit, that is like legitimately screwing with our family unit, our DNA. Could you imagine if that is the truth? We're really we're in such trouble. Well, that's easy to fix. Just everybody start having babies. Dude, It's done like that. The next generation is guaranteed. 2 generations after that. But then, warning, do you end up as idiocracy, right? Only us, and I am pointing to myself, only us that are capable and quickly able to uh, reproduce are going to. So, are you going to end up with this society of absolutely dumbed down, incapable of taking care of ourselves? And that's why we look to the government so exclusively for our well being. And that's dangerous. That is dangerous in education, as I'm finding out. That's dangerous in the judiciary, executive, well, quite literally all of them. What's unique, and I'm probably jumping all over here because I haven't come on in a minute, for the Department of Education that seems to think they are God for some reason in this state, Article 5, Section 2 is only allowed 20 departments total in the state. That's what the Constitution says. I didn't write it. I only read it, and nobody else. Very few others do. Certainly not the parliamentarian. Now, if there are only 20 allowable departments, I find it probable that the Department of Education isn't one of them. Legitimately, I think we need Department of Transportation. Is probably my number one. You're going to need them. As much as I don't want DOT out here bothering us in our federal capacity, you need roads, structure, infrastructure. You're going to find a lot more necessary than Department of Education. We can do it without this conglomeration trying to really indoctrinate your children. We can do it at home again. We can have one-room schoolhouses again. Something, anything's better than whatever this satanic system that's been set up is. And that's why the other day I still have my Facebook page for whatever reason. Like, why are we still paying school taxes? I mean, we know, and I mean legitimately, you know these kids are not getting an education anymore. Maybe I didn't even in the 80s and I just didn't see it. But they're seriously being straight up indoctrinated. And they don't care. Every single person that I've talked to, all the way up to whoever this Nicole lady is, because you just keep bringing in new players. How many of them are there? Holy smokes. The level of fat that needs to be trimmed from every department of these 20 allowable ones would be, I'd save the state trillions today. Let me see. See through New York. Tappity tap. Oh, don't know what you do. Do you know your Article 13, Section 1? No? Fired. That's it. That's all that is absolutely my litmus test. I'd have you done tomorrow. But nobody cares. I'm sure the judge that sentenced Dan and how many other ones, countless other ones, is probably communist. I'm actually going to go out on a limb and say that. A real world, I'm sorry, I'm having a hard time here today. Usually I can talk forever. Real world experience is Costco's. We were at Costco's and Carlos from Cuba. I can't even make this up. This all happened. Costco's Carlos from Cuba yelled at my mother and I because we didn't wear our masks in when everybody was so terrified. I'm like, dude, you're from a communist country and you're coming here to make America communist. And who the fuck are you to tell me what to do, Carlos? And I love that everybody was like, no, look here, not in my contract, Costco. Fuck you. I'm going to do what I want to do. But we know how that went. Once everybody is fear-mongered into believing this horse shit that they're selling, what's the latest thing? Putin's going to nuclear attack us? Good. Fucking do it. Do it, right? Shit. We got to stop being such whiny, pansy-ass, yellow-belly, spineless shitheads. And I was there. I probably am still. I was there because I didn't care. I never looked at a damn thing. And we just tried to get through our day. I think I had my hands full with young children and a high-functioning addict. So we tried to do the best we could with 3 or 4 jobs and keeping a house for the last 17 years, and which I'm selling. And that's its own shit show. It's not the American dream. This is a fucking nightmare. I can't liquidate it right now. I'm stuck. I'm fucking stuck. But then my one post was like, if this is it, this right here, and I just sit in a bunk and take you products every day and make some sort of a final consumable good, I'm okay with that. I'm okay with that, I think. Because I know I tried and I came on here and I made my record and I said, holy shit, this isn't right. This isn't right. So I don't know what else to do. I'm today has been tough. Yeah, I haven't had a day like this in a long time. Usually I can have a laser focus, know exactly what I need to get done, send 50 scathing emails to people that I just want to leave me alone, or I want you to just do your job properly. I mean, it's like 45 words. It's pretty simple. I have it. I've never gotten paid for being a notary. I don't think I'm giving a shit to go ahead and renew that coming up next year. So what the fuck's the point at this venue? So I do. I love you all. I really do. I hope that comes through. But we are super screwed. Just look at those comments. You want to bootlick. You want to say no to your fellow human that tried something a little different. They broke some windows allegedly. Are you sure? Who did? Why were their cameras strategically placed? None of this seems odd to you. None of it. That's okay. I didn't know much about 9/11 either when it happened, so that took 20 years for me to figure out. So, what's 20 years from January 6th? 20 2020. Oh, farkanadory. 2040, excuse me. I had to think about the math. I don't know. Why do you so desperately want me to re-register with another school district that's not even where we live? So strange to me. All right, I don't know what else to say. Well, I've got lots to say, but pardon my swearing. I just am really passionate. I'm concerned about the direction we're going. So I might just give up. I might. Sorry, girls. I did the best I could. I love you so much. I really do. When your Facebook memories pop up and you're just the little thing, that's tough. I don't want to fail you. I really don't, but that's all I got at this point. So we're going to have to work together because you're going to leave Dan out there swinging in the wind, and he was out here trying for us. You know, he really was doing and making a difference. And Livingston County fell all over themselves to try and look like the good guy when I know they're the bad guy for sure. So this is it. This is our piece de la resistance, and it looks like we're screwed. It's not funny, but I know when I am crunching my government issued ration of crickets that I tried. That I tried to tell you in our FEMA camps. And I know also I will be plotting our escape for the 17th time. So if you want to bunk with me, let me know. I hope it doesn't come to that, but shit, don't get on the rail car, okay? Okay. I love you. Hang in there. Hang in there. Bye.